Hola amigos! Are you looking for a way to practice even more Spanish and improve your Spanish fluency? Well, we're so excited to announce that Eat Your Spanish is now offering virtual Spanish lessons. Our virtual lessons are given by one of our amazing Eat Your Spanish teachers and are available to children of all ages and adults. Lessons can be one-on-one, with siblings, or even with family friends. Members of our virtual lesson program will also receive free downloads of every song and activity for each episode of the podcast, as well as an invitation to join Evan and me for our monthly Eat Your Spanish virtual get-together, where we sing, tell stories, talk, and hang out all together. Whoa! If you're interested in finding out more information or signing up, you can write us at evanandvanessa@gmail.com or visit us at www.eatyourspanish.com and send us a message. We hope to hear from you soon. Now on with the show.
Hey friends! Before we start the show today, we want to give a quick shout out to a few members of our Patreon family.
That's right! We want to give a shout out to our amigos Lulu and Titus, their mama Debbie, and their papa Joshua. Hola amigos! For those listening, Lulu and Titus are also part of the Eat Your Spanish lesson program, and their teacher is the one and only Bikri. We're so happy that you all have been enjoying lessons, and we know Bikri loves spending time with you all too. We think it's really amazing that you all live on a micro chicken farm. Lulu, I heard your favorite chicken's name is Emily. And Titus, I heard your favorite chicken is Dinky Donkey. And that Dinky Donkey lays green eggs or huevos verdes. Whoa. We're so grateful to have such amazing amigos in our Eat Your Spanish familia. And please make sure to give Emily and Dinky Donkey un abrazo fuerte from us.
We also want to give a shout out to Orion and his dos perros, Sirius and Moonshine. Orion, we heard you love to listen to Eat Your Spanish in El Coche and that you're a big fan of the songs. That makes us so feliz to hear. I wonder if you enjoyed the song from this past episode about Escuela. This is actually one of our favorite songs we've ever written because not only is the music really fun, but the words are really meaningful and special to us. We hope you feel the same way, and muchas gracias for being such a special listener and member of our Eat Your Spanish familia.
And thanks again to everyone in our Patreon familia. Your support directly funds our work on this show, and we honestly couldn't do it without you all. For anyone who would like to join and keep our program going, you can find our Patreon at www.patreon.com/eatyourspanish or click on the link in our podcast description. And if any of our listeners are interested in joining our virtual lesson program, you can reach out to us at evanandvanessa@gmail.com or on our website at www.eatyourspanish.com. Now on with the show!
Hello friends.
Hola amigos.
How are you?
¿Cómo están?
I'm so happy.
Estoy feliz
To be with you.
a estar contigo.
Are you hungry?
¿Tienen hambre?
To sing and play?
A cantar y jugar.
'Cause on our menu
Porque en el menú
is Spanish today. Everybody sing.
Eat your Spanish, eat your Spanish, eat your Spanish with us today. Did you say spinach? No, I said Spanish. Okay. Eat your Spanish with us today. Eat your Spanish!
With Evan.
and Vanessa.
Hola amigos, me llamo Evan.
Y me llamo Vanessa. Welcome to the review episode for Lesson 8 of Season 3, or Lesson 8 of Season 3, which is all about escuela, or school.
Today we're going to review all of the words that we learned from last week, and then we're going to play a fun game together.
And last but not least, we're going to give one special listener the chance to ask us a question about how to say a word or phrase in Spanish. But first, it's time for a little review of our words from last week.
We hope you all are ready to have some fun. Here we go.
now it's time to take a look back at our lesson from last week. Evan, rewind the tape.
All right, Vanessa, I'm ready to learn. How do we say school, teacher, students, and backpack all in Spanish?
Those are great questions, Evan. To say the school in Spanish, we say la escuela. To say the teacher, we say either el maestro or la maestra. To say the student, we say el estudiante or la estudiante. And to say the backpack, we say la mochila. So let's start off with the word for the school, which in Spanish is la escuela. Repeat after me, amigos. La escuela.
La escuela.
La escuela.
La escuela.
Muy bien, amigos. Now on to the word for the teacher, which is either el maestro or la maestra. So repeat after me. El maestro, la maestra.
El maestro, la maestra.
El maestro, la maestra.
El maestro, la maestra.
Bravo, amigos. Dos down, dos to go. To say the word the student in Spanish, we say el estudiante or la estudiante. So repeat after me, nice and loud, amigos. El estudiante, la estudiante.
El estudiante, la estudiante.
El estudiante, la estudiante.
El estudiante, la estudiante.
Eso, amigos. And now for our last word, we'll say the Spanish word for the backpack, which is la mochila. So repeat after me one last time, amigos. La mochila.
La mochila.
La mochila.
La mochila.
Great review, amigos. Now it's time to play
A Spanish game.
Spanish game time.
Okay, amigos, welcome to today's Spanish sound game, all about escuela or school. We're gonna play cuatro different sonidos, or 4 different sounds, and each one is going to represent one of the words we learned in our lesson. Would you like to hear the different sounds now?
Sí.
Okay, so the sound that we'll hear for la escuela or the school will sound like this.
Hey, that sounded just like the school bell at my old escuela that I went to when I was only 5 años, or 5 years old.
Wow, that's so cool. It kind of sounded like my school bell also. So that will be the sound for la escuela. Now let's hear what the sound will be for la maestra, or the teacher.
Hola, amigos. Me llamo Profesora Elefante. Let's turn our libros to page 7, because today we're going to learn all the different countries in Central America.
Oh wow, I didn't know that Mrs. Elephant was una maestra de geografía, or a geography teacher.
Me either. So that, amigos, will be the sound for la maestra. Now, the sound for los estudiantes will be this.
Whoa, those estudiantes must be at recess.
Yeah, I think they are. Sounds like they're having a lot of fun. So that will be the sound for los estudiantes. And last but not least, here is the sound for la mochila, or the backpack.
Sounds like someone's putting a bunch of stuff into their backpack and zipping it up.
You got it, Evan. So those are the 4 different sounds for the 4 different words. We have la escuela, la maestra,
Hola, amigos. Me llamo Profesora Elefante. Let's turn our libros to page 7, because today we're going to learn all the different countries in Central America.
Los estudiantes. En la mochila. Are you ready, amigos? Excelente! Let's start with round número uno. What school word does this sound like?
Okay, amigos, time to guess. Was that la escuela, la maestra, los estudiantes, or la mochila?
Time's up, amigos. What's your guess? If you said los estudiantes, muy bien. That was the sound of students at recess.
Nice one, amigos. Time for round numero dos. Which school word is this sound associated with?
Okay, amigos, time to guess. Was that la escuela, la maestra, los estudiantes, or la mochila?
Time's up, amigos. What's your guess? If you said la mochila, you got it. Way to go! That was the sound of a backpack.
You all are doing great. Time for round número tres. Which school word is this sound associated with? Okay, amigos, time to guess. Was that la escuela, la maestra, los estudiantes, or la mochila?
Time's up, amigos. What's your guess? If you said la escuela, you got it. Excelente! That was the sound of a school bell, which was the sound for school.
Great job, amigos! It's time for our final round, round número cuatro. Which school word is this sound associated with?
Hola, amigos. Me llamo Profesora Elefante. Let's turn our libros to page 7, because today we're going to learn all the different countries in Central America.
Okay, amigos, time to guess. Was that la escuela, la maestra, los estudiantes, or la mochila?
Time's up, amigos. What's your guess? If you said la maestra, you got it. That was the sound of our teacher, Mrs. Elephant.
Muy bien, amigos. Y'all did such a great job with this Spanish game.
Yeah, great work, amigos. You all are such amazing estudiantes de español, or Spanish students.
Yeah, you really are. That was so much fun.
Well, amigos, now that we're getting towards the end of our episode, it's time to give one of our special Patreon listeners the chance to ask a question about how to say a word or phrase in Espanol or in Spanish. Evan, who is this week's special listener?
Today's special listener is Rudy. Rudy, ¿cuál es tu pregunta?
Hola, Evan and Vanessa. Me llamo Rudy. I want to know how to say pickle in Spanish. Bye.
Aw, Rudy, that's a great question. Pickles are one of my favorite snacks. I wonder if you like to eat pickles too. I bet you do, since that's your Spanish question. The Spanish word for pickle is really fun to say. It's pepinillo, and it's spelled Pepinillo. So if you were reading it in English, it might look like pepinillo, but those two L's in a row make a y sound in Spanish. It's also funny how the Spanish word for cucumber is pepino, and pickles are made from cucumbers, and the word pepinillo is so close to the word pepino. But then in English, the word for cucumber and pickle are so different.
Oh yeah, I never thought about that. Pepino, pepinillo, cucumber, pickle. Those are very different in English. But I think I just kind of want a pickle right now.
Yeah, me too. But first, let's repeat that Spanish word together. Are you ready, Rudy? Are you ready, amigos? Repeat after me. Pepinillo.
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 Great work, amigos. Now it's Pepinillo time.
I'm way ahead of you, Vanessa.
Ooh, can I have one?
Of course. Here you go.
Gracias. Picante. It's a spicy one.
My turn. Que agrio. Sour.
Oh, my turn. Que mojoso. Moldy.
Ew, Mr. Mouse, don't eat moldy pickles.
Why not? That's my favorite flavor. These are the dumpster pickles I got this morning.
Ew.
Whatever you say, more for me.
Well, Rudy, thanks so much for your delicious question. I hope you enjoy saying the word pepinillo in Spanish and eating them too.
If any of you listeners out there ever want us to answer one of your questions, just visit us on eatyourspanishpodcast.com and you can send us in your question. And if you record your question on one of your parents' phones and send it to us, then you can have the chance of hearing your own voice on one of our podcasts. Well, amigos, that sound means it's almost time to say goodbye.
We had so much fun with you all today. You did an amazing job in our special Escuela sound game.
Yeah, you really did. And gracias for joining us for another fun review episode.
Yeah, muchas gracias, amigos. You all make every episode of Eat Your Spanish so much fun.
I think all that's left now is to sing the goodbye song.
We hope you'll sing along with us. Adios, mi buen amigo.
Goodbye, my good friend.
Hasta luego.
See you later. See you later, my good friend. Adios, amigos. Goodbye, friends.
Hasta luego. See you later. Thanks for listening to the Eat Your Spanish podcast. You can support our podcast by visiting patreon.com/eatyourspanish or by subscribing to it and leaving a review on iTunes. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, or on the web at eatyourspanishpodcast.com. Thanks for listening. Adios!